So, Mohammed, obviously, Tommy Robinson made the trip during COVID to come up to Furness. I think you've had some conversations with him since. I think he's actually appeared even on your podcast or a podcast with him. What's your relationship like with him now, and how
Yeah.
did that all come about? I mean, presumably initially you were pretty angry with him.
Obviously, it's Tommy Robinson. I thought he was a racist. I thought he was Islamophobic. I even said to my partner, I said, wait till Tommy Robinson gets here. While all this was going on, and he basically he turned up, and I wasn't here, and he spoke to my partner and the kids. Then they rang me up. Numbers were exchanged. Long story short, basically, then I turned up. I sat down with him. Very cautious about him. I filmed him. He for them basically. I think it was 1 hour 40 minutes. We were together originally before he left. Then he came back for the first time in my life. I'm meeting him, and I've been his. But up to then, I was one of his trolls. You could say. I been anything he put up, I would comment something. And he told me about his own experience as a father going out, and everybody knows he's called a racist. He's called, he's been given, and he's been given, and he's always abused verbally, and his kids are now affected. And that point, I got there's so much here as well. You know what I mean? And we just we got on. We got on, and he was on my side, even though he Muslim Pakistani. He goes, I've got to say, the truth is the truth. He goes, I'm about getting the truth out. This is what people don't understand about me. And I thought, okay, cool, fair enough. At that time, I, I can't. You can say I needed Tommy Robinson to say this. He did take a lot of heat away of the unhinged far right. You can say he does kind of. They do listen to him. They would listen to him more than they would actually listen to the courts or the police or me as the actual victim speaking out and saying this isn't true. But the people do listen to him, and people would probably not like me to say this, but I do think he was a bit of a godsend at times as well. And our relationship has got cut because over the period we've stayed in contact, and I've gone to him for advice because following these type of cases, he's invested time. He has knowledge, believe it or not, in these type of cases. And whether it was for people can say it's for an agenda, or whether it's for him to just put his grift, I can't answer that, because with me, I take everybody as face value, and he's done me a good turn. He was good. He was honest with me. He was right with me. He could have edited. He could have corrupt things. He could do anything he wanted to make me look like a monster, but he didn't. He did what he came out to set out to do, and that was get to the bottom. And a journalist, if he's a journalist, a lot of people don't accept him as a journalist, but he did a journalistic point of view. He came in without prejudice, and I think he did a good job as the whole Asian community. And I think the whole Asian community, when I talked to him in Barrow now about Tommy Robinson, I think we've persuaded that I know because I've spent some personal time with him, and I think the guy's very charming. He's a good company to all politics and his side. He seems to be a decent person.
Good. I think you did a very, very clever thing by not aligning with him, but communicating with him and getting him to obviously talk. And as you say, what powerful voice to have in that campaign.